Hey YouTube, my name is Kenny. Thank you for checking out the channel. Today's video is going to be all about the 2005 Yamaha Banshee. All right, everyone, so in this video, what we're going to be doing is getting it finally kicked over. We've done a lot of work to it to get it from it was to where it is now. And we're finally going to be trying to kick over that 421 to see if we can get this thing to fire. In the last video, what I did was put the DC conversion on there. I didn't cut any wires to change anything up too much. I left everything stock to where it was at, just added the DC conversion, as well as put some LEDs everywhere and some halos. So if you want to see that, check the playlist at the end of this video. But let's just go around this real quick, take a look at everything that we got going on, and keep going. Here we are, 2005 Banshee sitting back here, 421 in it, looking absolutely great. What we're going to be doing in this video is finally getting the gas tank on. I did make a little plate to hold my key switch underneath there. You can buy them, but I had scrap metal and it took me like 20 minutes. I might as well did it myself. Powder coated it, made it look new. But we're going to get real close, take a look. All right, you can't get much better looking than this. I mean, it absolutely looks great. We have the DC conversion with the battery up front. So when you turn the lights on, low beam, we have our halos on, as well as our brake light comes on. When you squeeze the brake, of course, the brake light gets brighter. And when you turn the high beams on, the actual LEDs, which are super bright, are on. So it's daylight in here, all these LEDs, and they still shine like that. We have everything still hooked up to the key switch. Looking at it, absolutely great. So we have the YFZ 450R reproduction brakes on there. It looks absolutely amazing. Aftermarket bumper with my AKQ all custom quads logo that I went ahead and put on there. We have the motor built 421 MX Hardcore port by HJR out there in California. Also have a lot of parts from Fast, lockup, clutch side cover, custom Alba bead locks. And I did off camera go ahead and put my blue lugs on there. Now I did buy those anodized and they were the same color as the hand grips right here. But the problem is that I don't know if this was just cheap or what down here on the lug nuts. It just didn't hold up. As soon as I put a wrench on there and I tightened it up, first the color was off. But as soon as I tightened it up, it was all chipped up. Now I didn't want the same thing out of these up here, so I went ahead and powder coated it all. We just got to get this thing cleaned up and out there. And unfortunately, it's like -20 outside. And this is why I love having a shop. Last year, I was working out of my shed. And look at what I'm wearing today. -20 outside with the wind chill, so it's about 4. But athletic pants, pullover, out here. My heater works absolutely amazing. But not about that. Let's get back to the quad. But yeah, it looks absolutely wonderful. A few things that I am going to see about is I kicked it over a few times just to make sure everything was still good. And since this kicker doesn't have any kind of like stop, you know, down here, it goes down and hit this bolt. And I didn't like that. So I'm probably going to go back to the OEM style just because they stop on the stop here. They don't hit that. So if you turn that over, it just keeps going down until it hits down here. Now, shorter strokes maybe, I don't know, but I don't like how everything looks great and that looks beat up. So, yeah, we'll figure that out. But we're gonna go ahead and get the gas tank put on, get the hardware put on, get the key installed where it should be. We're gonna be getting the exhaust hung up, at least the expansion chambers. And if we can get this thing to fire up good, we'll be kicking soon. Well, we'll be putting the silencers on and getting it rolling. All right, so the tank's a little dirty, but oh well. We'll go ahead and hook our hose up. All right, so we'll go ahead and just get our hardware started into our areas. Now here's the plate that I made. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Just gonna sit right on top of there. Just gotta get our key. Pull that up through. All right. Get it tightened down. Anti-seize on everything, just like all the other parts. Just a little piece of scrap metal. Might drill it later on and do the spark plug thing that I've seen some other places do online. All right, before we get any further, let's go ahead and put the key on in the seat. Perfect. All right, so that'll be on there perfect. As you can see, right down there, there's the key. Nothing's rubbing, nothing's touching. All that's secure. Tank's on there. Just go ahead and turn it on. Could clean that up a little bit more. It's the only thing that's gonna look bummish. Turn the fuel on. Oh yeah, fuel. So what I have here is just some Beanol. Hit or miss. Some people love it, some people hate it. I think it smells wonderful. But if there's anything that you all recommend that's better, let me know down here in the comment section. But we're running 93 octane at a 40-to-1, nice and oily. But let's get the rest of it in there and get the gas cap on and go from there. All right, time to get our pipes on. We already have both sets of rings in there. Springs get to go on, but we'll put the other pipe on the other side real quick. And then we'll be seeing what we're looking like. All right, we already got our hanger up here, but we'll just turn it up top. All right, so I think we look wonderful. Shears were all on there. I did go ahead and get the springs done. Those on there, 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got to get our silencers on there last. But I want to go ahead and get this thing down, kick a few times, and see if we're going to be able to have any luck. I have to kick back. Increase the idle a little bit, but we got fire. is. Got it all started. Gonna have to adjust the carbs and adjust the idle, but I'm stoked about it. So we're gonna go ahead in the house, grab the silencers, get those installed. Then everything after that is just gonna be tuning. So here we have our silencers, raw as well. Sit them right there. Get her back up in the air. Seat off. Now I purchased these orange clamps. Not really sure how I like them. We'll figure it out. Missing one of my hose clamps. That's easy. But I'll make sure we got the right one here. So I did get the pipes on, and after it's on there, those little silicone exhaust clamps, they don't look bad at all. I mean, I think it looks pretty good. But what I ended up having wrong was I had my pipe on the wrong mid pipe. I put these on in my house before I brought them out, just trying to save myself some time, and it took me a little bit more time. But they're all on there, everything looks good. The only thing I do have to say is that I'm probably gonna put exhaust covering over here like a wrap on, just because it's super close to that, and but we're gonna go ahead and drop this thing down, start it up again with the silencers on. Like I said, that looks real good, doesn't it? Start it up again with the silencers and things on, and see how it's gonna sound now. Carbs is overflowing. Leaking a little. We'll test that out here in a minute. All right, so that's a win for sure. So a few things that you might have seen in the video. I do have a bucket underneath it. One of my carb bowls was stuck. Tapped it a couple times with my wrench. Not stuck anymore, so we're good on that end. That's one thing. And the other one is I have a small coolant leak right up on this part. So tomorrow what I'm going to do is take the gas tank and everything back off, get to that, make sure I can access it good, make sure my gasket is sitting there as it should, get that all closed back up, and then we're good to go. I'm going to try to get the carb synced tomorrow. But man, I'm impressed, right? All right, everyone, thank you for checking out this video. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. If you want to see how it started out to where we are now, the complete playlist, check it out right here.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving.